Good day to you. Clive Maund here of clivemaund.com. The date is the 14th of September. We've had a spectacular run-up in the precious metals sector as predicted a few weeks ago, and now we're going to quickly run through the charts to see what happened. Starting with a very long-term chart for the HUI GoldBUGS index, which actually goes back to late 1999, you will see at the top of this chart that the XAU index has broken out to new all-time highs, and at the bottom of the chart you'll see that the GDX Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF has also done likewise, but the HUI GoldBUGS index has still not broken above its 2011 highs. This is interesting because the entire sector is becoming quite heavily overbought, and I suspect that what's going to happen over the short to medium term, or probably the short term, is that the sector is going to continue to advance, and this HUI index chart may give us an indication of where the sector is likely to pause and profit taking set in for a while, probably pause to consolidate, and if there is a reaction back, it probably won't be great. So what may happen is that the HUI index runs up. We can use this as a guide. It runs up to the resistance at the 2011 highs, and then it would be a good point to take profits in some overextended stocks and readjust portfolios. Use that period of consolidation as an opportunity to rebalance your portfolio, or to take positions and take profits in some stocks and reposition yourselves in other stocks, etc. Now we'll move on from this chart to look at a most interesting chart, which is the Canadian Venture Composite Index, also for the same time period from late 1999. And this is the most interesting chart because it shows that despite the big gains that we've seen in recent weeks in the XAU index and also in GDX, this index still has not broken out of the gigantic base pattern that has been forming since 2013. And this is most encouraging because we can see that when it does break out of this huge head and shoulders bottom that's been forming over the past, since 2015, a really big rise is in prospect, which will obviously have major bullish implications for all metal stocks and the precious metal sector in particular. So what this chart is telling us is that the sector bull market has a long way to go. And once this CDNX, the Canadian Venture Composite Index, breaks out above a resistance at the top of this huge base, we're going to see a tremendous run up. Now we'll move on from this to review recent action on a 6-month chart for GDX. Now on this chart we can see a spectacular run up over the past few weeks, which was predicted on clivemaund.com and predicted on some of the earlier videos. The index or GDX broke out of a bull flag in the middle of August that you can see on this chart. And a following chart is becoming substantially overbought, as you can see at the bottom of the chart, but that doesn't mean that it won't run up further short term. Now on the next chart, we'll see the chart from the prediction that was made in the middle of August for this big run up, when it was predicted that the GDX would break out of this bull flag. Now, I'm going to move on to the next chart in a moment, but I just want to point out that if you want to review any of these charts, you can of course rewind the video a bit or freeze it, so that you can look at these charts at leisure. Now the next chart is, I'm just going to show you now a couple of examples of timely picks that were made on clivemaund.com over the past few weeks, which have resulted in pretty spectacular gains over the past few weeks. One is this Rackla Metals that you can see on this chart. This is the chart from the update not very long ago, about 9 days ago on the 5th of September, when another substantial rally was predicted. On the next chart, we can see at that time the price was at 70. Right after that, this update on Rackla Metals was posted on the site. On the next chart, we can see what happened, which is it's run up 42% in just over a week, which we're pretty pleased with, really. And moving on again to another even more spectacular example is the prediction that was made for Guanajuato Silver, which is a Mexican silver producer, Now this was made towards the end of August, and a very big rally was predicted, emphatically predicted, in this stock in the update on Guanajuato Silver towards the end of August. And at that time it was determined that it was about to embark on a major wave 5, and that is indeed what happened, as we can see on the next chart, resulting in about an 82% gain in, well, about 3 weeks. So you can see for yourself that this technical stuff works. So anyway, that's all for now. If you're interested, come over and subscribe at clivemorn.com, where we've got plenty more profitable recommendations coming up. So that's all for now, and there'll be another update soon. Goodbye.